Welcome back. Once again, thanks for joining us. And right now, of course, we're right in the middle of the summer months. And it's a tough time for teenage girls and young girls because of body image. They're worried about being on the beach and out and about and revealing clothes. And here to talk about this topic with us is Jenny Hutt from Just Jenny on Sirius XM.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So you have a daughter who is 12 years old.
I
so
do.
You know these issues very well.
That's right.
Now, once again, we're in the middle of summer months, and a lot of the girls, once again, they're out there, they're in shorts, they're in bathing suits. It's a tough time for them.
Yeah, I think it's actually, in society in general, a tough time, because even bra shopping with a 12-year-old today is dramatically different from when we were kids.
I don't even
Certainly
remember
from when
bra
I
shopping.
was a kid.
I don't remember bra shopping, to be honest with you.
I do.
When
It was
young.
kind of tragic because I didn't. Yeah, because I never felt like I had good boobs when I was a preteen and before I went through puberty. And my daughter, she can't wait to have breasts, like real big girl breasts. And the bra shopping and bathing suit shopping, what they do now is they pad everything. So she has fake boobs before she even has real boobs in need of being bigger. I mean, the whole thing's ridiculous. Although I don't really believe you need to ever change your boobs. I think they're pretty good as is.
So seeing your daughter out with her friends, do you see them discussing their bodies at this age?
All the time. They assess, they discuss, thankfully, I try to create an atmosphere with my daughter about not being modest, because I think the body is beautiful and whatever shape we are is okay, because every body is different and there's beautiful things about everyone and not as beautiful things about everybody, but no one has it perfect. So if my daughter might not like one thing on her body, you can be sure her friend doesn't like another thing on her own body, and if they all just laugh about it, it's no big deal.
Sometimes the imperfections are what really makes somebody.
Yeah, and as they get older, listen, it's a tough lesson to learn for women that we get so caught up in how guys are going to like us and men are going to like us as we get older and into that sort of thing. But if you teach girls at a young age, none of it really matters what you look like naked. Ultimately, the boys just want to see you naked.
And how does your daughter respond to that?
And that's not until obviously she's much older, but anxiety about their bodies does come from the idea that the boys aren't going to like them. It's just part of being a girl.
Now, I even noticed like magazines like 17, they have like younger magazines that gear towards preteens.
Right.
Does your daughter look at these magazines?
No, my daughter, she'll go on the internet and she'll watch TV, and so she sees bodies like that. Even on the kid-centric stations, if you watch Nickelodeon or Disney or any of the shows, even Jersey Shore, they're all geared toward teens, preteens, and grown-ups. So the girls are seeing all different images of bodies and scantily clad bodies and great bodies and not as great bodies, and so we'll talk about it.
Now, what about images like shows like the Jersey Shore, where you see the craziness that goes on?
Right.
How as a mom do you talk? My daughter's 4.5 right now, so she's not even in that range yet. But I'm thinking, wow, if she was watching this show, what would I say to her?
Well, I think you put it in perspective that shows like the Jersey Shore are meant to entertain. So clearly they're out there trying to make us smile or make us think or cause some sort of reaction, and it's super fun. And there are some positive things. JWoww's got a great body. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to have a healthy, fit physique. There's something wrong with tanning chronically and getting skin cancer, but maybe it opens a dialogue about tanning and sunscreen and spray tan and whatever else, and also knowing that it doesn't really matter. Let me rephrase that. It does matter what we look like, because how we present ourselves in the world, people take notice. That's just a reality and that's a fact. But it's not the only thing that matters. And if you've only got looks and zero substance underneath, it's not going to make a darn bit of difference down the road, because looks fade. Once people get to know you, they don't really see what you look like, they see what's inside. So it's a combination that matters.
I agree, totally. And when we're talking about the Jersey Shore, Snooki has got a lot of should I say, about her, weight, and then she went down, and now she's pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean, she pretty much has gotten beat up from the beginning,
right,
over her weight,
right,
and stuff like. What do you think about?
Look,
that?
I think as a small girl, I'm 5 feet 2 inches tall. So, and I know Snooki is smaller in height than I am. I feel for her that she's had such abuse in terms of her weight fluctuations, because I used to be heavy. I used to be 70 pounds heavier. So I've been on both sides of being sort of teased or mocked for being overweight and being rewarded for being less fat. It's a maddening, crazy world that we live in. But I do think that when you decide to become a part of something like the Jersey Shore, you are kind of opening the door to this type of dynamic of people watching you, and you have to take the good with the not so good. And so she gets the benefits of being on the Jersey Shore. She also gets a little bit of flack.
That's true. I guess you're like you're saying you're setting yourself up for it, so you're ready for it.
And it's okay. Yeah, I think so.
So what is the one thing you really want moms to know about daughters with preteens and how to help them?
Well, this is what I think. I think that girls are very sensitive to how their mothers think and feel about their own bodies. And I think to pretend that as adult women we have no anxieties about our bodies and how we're perceived and how we're viewed is doing a disservice to our girls, because the reality is most women fight to feel okay. Most of us, when we leave the house each day, hope that we look our best and that people aren't going to think there's something wrong with us physically. So, but to keep it in perspective in front of them, I think, is what's important, and to know that it doesn't really matter. Like, I have arm flab. I just do. I'm 42 years old, so right here, it's like a toy for my children. So instead of hiding it, when we're together, I stick my arm out, my kids play with my arm, and we laugh. So what? There's a little arm flab. It could be that. It's so much worse. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person. So it just being honest and open about how important it is and how unimportant it is, I think is a good place to start.
Jenny, thanks so much for joining us today and talking about teen body image and images for women in general. And once again, you can hear Jenny on Sirius XM Stars 107 on the Just Jenny Show, and also they can check out your website, justjenny.com, where you have to check out her treadmill. The treadmill. You have to see Jenny on the treadmill giving advice.
I do that.
You do. It's very,
because I'm a big proponent of fitness. I really believe in exercise.
And I'm very impressed how you can read the BlackBerry, answer people's questions, and run the treadmill at the same time. So you can check that out on justjenny.com. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.